We are back now with our friend and anchor of Dateline NBC, Lester Holt. He's got a look at a case against the clock. Robert Roberson has spent more than 2 decades on Texas's death row, but now there are questions being raised about his sentence. In Lester's first original podcast for Dateline, The Last Appeal, he investigates the case and uncovers information that wasn't revealed during the trial.
For 22 years, Robert Roberson has been sitting on Texas's death row, convicted of killing his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki. Now, he's counting down the hours to his execution, October 16th, 1 week from now. Are you guilty?
A lot of people think I'm guilty or believe I'm guilty, but I'm not. I'm not guilty.
Prosecutors say Roberson shook and beat Nikki to death. They repeatedly told the jury it was a case of shaken baby syndrome. But since Roberson's conviction, the science of shaken baby syndrome has been undermined. Roberson says he's innocent, that there is critical evidence the jury never heard. I recently traveled to Texas to speak with him. Did you harm your daughter Nikki in any way?
No, sir.
And to track down people who have never spoken publicly about the case. One of them, ER nurse Kelly Garganis, was the first to see Nikki and Roberson when they arrived at the hospital.
He had strange behavior. He had a very flat affect. I just know his behavior was not what you would normally see if it was a father taking care of their child that fell off the bed.
The jury was never told that Nikki was a terribly ill child. She'd been seen by doctors more than 40 times in her short life, and in the days leading to her death, Nikki had a 104.5-degree fever. Gretchen Swin, Roberson's lawyer, says Nikki's death was not as a result of shaken baby syndrome.
The symptoms seen years ago as diagnostic of shaking are actually caused by a host of things.
Is it harder to be hopeful now?
No, actually, I'm still hopeful, but it's kind of disappointing that they hadn't done the right thing, done what they should have, you know. It's clear as day, they see the evidence, they see that I really shouldn't be here, you know.
Lester, this is really fascinating. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Yeah, it's a case. He's had 2 dates with death prior to this, and now the other one coming up soon.
So the first episode's out today. You'll have 4 by Thursday that are out. But this is audio only. Why was this the right format? And what was it different for you telling a story that doesn't depend on visuals, but is just your it's science.
It's very different because I still think visually in terms of television. So I'll like, oh, we'll match that with a shot of, and like, no, this is audio only. But it also gave us a degree of flexibility that I'm not used to, where it's a very low profile when it's you, a producer, and a sound person. So when I was landing on people's doorsteps, literally knocking on the door, and in the old days you might have seen 12 of us, but this was a very smaller group, and I think people become more comfortable. The conversation becomes more organic, and I think it enabled us to really break some news here.
So the story is fascinating. I mean, the science that convicted Robert is now being called into question, but he's got what, 10 days?
Yeah,
what needs to happen?
It has been growing, this question of shaken baby syndrome and these 3 conditions that doctors for a long time relied on to say, yes, it was child abuse. In this case, there's growing evidence that other things, as you heard, can cause shaken baby or the effects that they were talking about. But I think what gratified us was to be able to kind of move the needle a little bit on the investigation, that we spent some time on the ground knocking on doors. There's a lot of evidence that didn't get into the trial, including a scan, a CT scan, that was very, very revealing of Nikki's condition when she was brought in the hospital that day. It was missing for 15 years.
Wow.
We were able
Missing.
We were able to track down a clerk at the county courthouse who was the one who found it eventually, and she told us exactly how it went down behind a machine.
Oh, my goodness.
And was missing. And again, this is potentially a very critical part of the investigation.
So where does it go from here? I mean, what's next? What has to happen over the next 9 days?
It's a good question. The idea, of course, is to try to get him a new trial. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. We continue to monitor the courts. His lawyers continue to look at avenues of appeal, but they all acknowledge that time is running out and options are running out.
Right.
Will you come back and update us for this?
Sure will.
I know.
Wow. Amazing. Lester, thanks so much. You can listen to Dateline's The Last Appeal wherever you get your podcasts, or just scan the QR code. Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.